Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review. I'm here today to talk to you about The Villains of Valley View Season 1, Episode 1. So, because of my age, I really don't watch anything on Disney Channel. The only thing I do watch on Disney Channel is Bunked, because it was originally a Jesse spinoff, and it was pretty cool. And then once the main first cast left, I stuck around because it was still pretty cool, and they introduced some new characters that were cool. And I also still watch because of Miranda. And so that and the other show I watch is The Secrets of Sulphur Springs, because that's more of a mature Disney show, because it was supposed to be a Disney Plus show but got moved to Disney Channel. So those were the only two Disney shows that I still currently watch and everything. Because Disney Channel is just so Disney Channel. You know what I'm saying? And because Disney Channel really changed because of Lizzie McGuire. Because before it used to be a family-oriented shows where it revolved around probably one or two characters. But then once the whole Lizzie McGuire thing happened, then it started revolving around a central character, mainly a female, and then the family came secondary and stuff. And that format, it lasted for many years. And so because of that, Disney has kind of tried to shift away from that a little bit, by having a blend of both the Zoog Disney style and the Disney Channel era style. Because, well, when it comes to a lot of the Disney Channel stars, well, after Disney Channel, they kind of got themselves in a little trouble. So they're kind of trying to shift away from that and everything. And so I was on Twitter, and Lucy Davis is a person I follow. I saw her on Wonder Woman. I saw her in The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, and she posted some picture of her looking like a supervillain. And so when I watched the clip, I'm all like, oh, okay, it must be a Disney Channel show or something like that. I thought it might have been a movie or something like that. Now, because supervillains, for some bizarre reason, is very popular right now, them getting their own movies and their own TV series, Disney, of course, wanted to jump on that hype. And so they created this show. And so late last night, around 2 in the morning, when I was watching something else, I was watching Britannia, I decided to go on YouTube, and then all of a sudden this popped up with the premiere episode on Disney Channel YouTube page. So I'm like, okay, fine, whatever, I'll check it out because Lucy Davis is in it. And just like her predecessor to the other Sabrina show, Caroline Ray, she is also on the Disney Channel show as well. I haven't watched that show yet. And so after checking out this show, I gotta admit, it's pretty cool and everything. It's like a blend. Well, it's kind of like Wizards of Waverly Place a little bit. So basically what this is, the premise is a family of supervillains. And for some reason, they're hiding out in Texas because they're wanted, because they're supervillains trying to take over the world and everything. So they have to move to Texas, where they create these alter identities for themselves and try to blend in as this ordinary family and stuff. It's a cool premise. So it's just like Wizards of Waverly Place. They're wizards. They're trying to blend in, trying to hide their identities and stuff. Now, the show, when you watch the pilot episode, even though it's family oriented and stuff, you can tell it kind of focuses more on one character. That's the character of Amy / the supervillain Havoc, who has Sonic Blast. And so when I was doing some research on this, which was really hard because this show does not have a Wikipedia page. I had to go to Wiki Fandom and stuff. And apparently this show title was something completely different that proves that she is the central focus character. Originally, it was supposed to be called Amy of Alamillo or something like that. And then it was also supposed to be called Havoc and Hartley. Hartley is the person she becomes friends with in the show. So it was going to center around her and have everything revolve around her. But since Disney really trying to shift away from that main female-centric, cast role type thing because of their past Disney Channel stars. So they went with more of the whole family thing. Now, this is your traditional kid-friendly Disney Channel show, so it's not gonna scare like the little ones. Just because they're supervillains, and yes, they do want to take over the world, they're more lovable and likable and stuff. In fact, this show is extremely similar to Wizards of Waverly Place, which I'll be doing a video of that like some right after this, because it's uncanny how similar the two are and stuff. And so, like, we see the family, and it's a nice family and everything. It has a laugh track, surprisingly. It's been a good while since I watched the Disney Channel show, so I'm not really sure if they have laugh tracks or not. It's just kind of weird to hear that in 2022 when you're not used to hearing laugh tracks in like sitcoms and stuff no more. So, but the acting is actually really good. Like, that's something I really give praise to, because normally in the Disney Channel show, the acting is half good, half bad with some people, but this show actually has good acting all around. But they do act like your traditional Disney Channel like acting type thing, where it's kind of like loud and a little silly and stuff, but not overbearing like the past Disney Channel shows. So you can tell they're trying to have like a mashup of both like blends and stuff. So the family, they're in their Texas home and everything, and talking about how they have to like blend in. And so of course the neighbor comes over, and that's Hartley and her grandmother Cecile, because that's who they rent this house from. And so basically they have to hide their identity from those two in this entire pilot. So while at school, you have, well, let's actually get into like the actual family members and stuff. You have the mom, and the mom name is Surge. That's like her evil name, right? And but her name on the show is Kobe and everything. You have the father, whose name is Vic, but he goes by um Krennic. Yeah, Krennic, as his supervillain name. Then you have Amy, of course, who's Havoc, who I already told you about. There's Jake, her older brother, who goes by Chaos. And then there is, oh no, wait, the mom name isn't Kobe, my bad. The mom name is Eva. Or yeah, her name is Eva. Kobe is the younger brother, and for now he doesn't have a superpower, and he's kind of upset about that. He's in a family full of villains, and he doesn't understand like why he doesn't have like a power. So one thing that caused them to have to leave their supervillainous ways is that the mom got upset because the head honcho, who's like the uber villain dude, he doesn't think she's capable of running her own like evil like supervillain organization. So she gets like fed up with that, and then so we don't know why exactly they break up until why they had to be on the run until later on in the episode. So while at school, like, it's Jake and it's Amy, and they run into Hartley, and he tells her plain and simple, we have to be nice, we have to blend in. Now Amy is the very rude, sarcastic one and everything, and she doesn't want to be good, she just wants to be bad. And it pains her to have to be like good and stuff. And she doesn't like Hartley because Hartley's very bubbly and very nice and stuff. Well, later on in the house, Kobe actually does have a superpower. He can shapeshift and the stuff, and he comes flash form. And so like the dad like shows the mom their like underground layer that they have and this and that. The kids don't know about it. And so at some point, when Jake and Amy are like, in the living room, they're talking about this and talking about that, and getting on each other. They're like the typical like brother sister duo who like argue a lot, right? And so Hartley comes over all bubbly and stuff, and this really upsets Amy. And so like when they go into like the kitchen, try to figure out how they're gonna get rid of her, like they don't want her like knowing that they're supervillains and stuff, so they try to have the least amount of contact with people. She's kind of all like, hey, then there used to be like microwave over here, and she's like, oh yeah, but dad's like an invention, because the dad he's super smart, so the dad invented something that sends things to altered dimension. And then so she's like, really? So she grabs the device they use on Hartley, but Jake tries to stop her. As they're wrestling around, he accidentally zaps her to another dimension. This, of course, is going to cause problems because she's missing, and like this is gonna bring speculation to their family. They try not to use their powers and stuff. So when the parents actually come back, the little brother Kobe transforms into like a dog and everything, and so they tell the dad what happened. Well, of course, Cecile comes over, and so they trying their best to like stall her and stuff. So the mom causes like the lights to flicker, and Cecile's all like, "Where's my toolbox?" She's gonna fix it. And so Kobe has to transform into that of Hartley and everything. So the dad creates like another invention that can like bring back, well, actually open a portal to another dimension. So after piggybacking on that, Hartley goes in. He's all like, all right, 2 seconds and you're back. Well, more than 2 seconds pass and now she's in there. The alternate reality, the other parallel world, they had some nice CGI, I tell you that. It's just like an empty void space type world where rocks come shooting towards you and stuff. So anyways, as like Hartley and Amy are talking, and Hartley's freaking out like, where are we, and blah blah blah, and Amy's trying to like not try to like tell her, say, oh oh, my dad's like an inventor and everything, and he kind of invented this device that sent you here. Anyways, there are rocks flying towards them, and they have to like duck out the way. But then a rock comes towards them so fast that Amy uses her sonic blast to like break the boulder up into tiny rocks. This now exposes her powers, and Hartley is able to put two and two together. She realized, because she's told Amy that you look familiar to me. She couldn't understand why, because they wear masks when they're supervillains. Well, she's all like, you're Havoc and everything. That means your family is this, and that. So they have a nice heart-to-heart bond where Amy confesses everything, that yeah, they're supervillains, that yeah, they're on the run, and she only cares about, and she's all like, well, why did you save me from the boulder? And she's all like, look, I only care about one person, that's myself, and well, my family. And then she explains why they're on the run. See, when the mom got upset she couldn't lead her own organization, Amy decided to talk to the uber bad dude, right? And he's all like, no. So she gets mad and she blasts him because he made fun of her family. So she blasts him with her powers. He gets mad and he tries to blast her, but then she gets away. And then he's like, he sends some minions after them, but we don't get to see the minions. So terrified, the family runs, and so it's all her fault that why they're on the run and everything. Now there are superheroes in this series. Starling is one, and she's gone up against like Havoc before, like in the past. And so anyways, the dad sends Jake in through the portal to get like the sister out, and they all get out, right? But not before Jake shows his superpower and busts a rock with his super strength. And so Amy's kind of like, ooh, you just exposed our secret identity. Try to play off like that. So then they come back into like, the real world and everything. But they bust through the living room. So now there are two Hartleys. And so Cecile's all like, what's going on? And then so the mom's all like, oh, your eyes are like playing tricks on you. It's just the dim lighting. So she flickers the lights again. And then Kobe turns back into himself. And then so at first Hartley's gonna rat them out, but she decides not to and everything. This causes now for Amy to realize, oh, she can have a friend and everything. So, of course, the whole premise is they're going to be buds and everything. And Hartley's going to try to teach her how to be like a nicer person, which, of course, Amy's not going to want to do and stuff. And then being the good person that Hartley is, she tells Jake the truth that, hey, your sister's the one who exposed our identity and not you. And so the parents are kind of like not liking this because they don't want nobody to know, you know what I'm saying? But they have to trust her because now she knows their secret identity. So that is the show, and it's cute, it's funny, this nice CGI, this great acting. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with this show. Now I don't have cable, so I'm gonna have to wait till this come on Disney Plus. Now I could use the Disney app. That thing is weird. So yeah. Alrighty, well I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.